Okay. Good evening. We're going to wait for some people to come in and see who wants to join the fun. Nope. Hey, everyone. I'm going to give it a few minutes for people to come in. Anyone who wants to see this unboxing? Has anyone seen Morbius yet? Street side in the house. Yeah, Joe, I think it's imperative that everyone see Morbius right away. Because I think you need to see it right away because I don't know how long it'll be in theaters. And from everything I've heard, what Sony's done with it, it kind of reminds everyone why there was no Amazing Spider-Man 3. Yeah, I think I'm going to see Morbius tomorrow. I'm a glutton for punishment. What can I say? Joe, was it as bad as advertised? There will be an ASM3. I mean, Sony seems to be going full steam ahead of, making these movies, and I don't know if they really care if they make them good or not at this point. They haven't really been able to do that. I think they just need to call Feige and say, yeah, we need you to just kind of, can we work out a deal here? Wasn't as bad as advertised. So it was just not good. How did it compare to Venom 2? Sony has the intellectual property. They or the rights to distribute the films. But I think much like the 3 Tom Holland Spider-Man films, they could get some input from the Disney people. Worse than both Venoms. As bad as Fantastic Four. Hey, Nicholas. So we're going to start in just a minute. I haven't figured out how to share the screen yet. I got to play around more with StreamYard. We got 10 people in here. Let's get this party started. I got another box from CGC today. And these books had been given to Erod to be cleaned and pressed. 2 had been previously slabbed. One, I bought in a collection and it was cracked. The slab was cracked, so it had to be, cracked out of the slab and resubmitted. And then the other one, we were hoping for a grade bump. Erod said he thought that potentially one of the original grades was a gift grade. So that's not necessarily news you want to hear. And then the third book was part of the large collection I had bought. So that's more of a mid-grade, maybe even a higher mid-grade. I can't exactly remember what I thought it was when I initially looked at it. So we're going to just put the box down here, and I'm going to, get to the books. And there's an invoice there. I'm going to put that to the side. Our bubble wrap, nice box. So we have a CGC package. I'm not sure if I can tell which one is which from. I don't want to. Well, maybe. Can I? Okay, yeah, this is in the order I want them in. Okay. So I will avoid looking at the grades. So I'm going to take out the first one. Now, this one was the one where the slab was cracked when I bought it. So it had to be taken out and reholdered. And trying to get a good picture of it. It's Amazing Spider-Man 2. The first appearance of the Vulture. Was the Vulture in Morbius? Michael Keaton? He's been a busy superhero dude lately. Or comic book dude. Anyway, so this, when I got it, was a 3.0. I'm pretty sure. And but it was cracked. So the new grade after some CPR is a 2.5. That's what I was a little bit afraid of. It had to be done because the case was cracked. And yep, maybe CGC is a little harsher. Yeah, not even in the movie. Yeah, we were trying to get a regrade. Well, I had it pressed and cleaned, and it actually ended up going down a grade. So now we get a new holder. Still a really good book. A book that's increased in value recently. And since Michael Keaton will probably appear at some point somewhere as the Vulture, I think it's a good book to have. Now, the next book we did a CPR on, that was a 3.5 and cracked it out, pressed it, and resubmitted it. And it's this book, Amazing Spider-Man number 4. Thought that there was a possibility for a little bit of a bump here. So first appearance of the Sandman, who of course we saw in No Way Home, and stayed at 3.5. So, again, these, they're early Spider-Man books. They're great books to have. Now, the last one was the book from a collection that I picked up back in the fall. And this had a whole run of this book. I unboxed one of the issues the other day, issue 48. We moved 4 issues later for another first appearance. And this is the first appearance of the Black Panther in Fantastic Four number 52. Right? So I thought this was a solid mid-grade. I think it was probably, if I remember correctly, somewhere in the 6.65 range. 7.5. That is really good. That I am very happy with. I was kind of hoping for a 7, but a 7.5 is an excellent grade in this book. This was not, if you watch some of my videos, the one video that I did that was really blew up was the trimmed version of this book, which is not this copy. So that is, we're the exact same age, Deep House. Yeah, this is an attractive book. 7.5 off-white to white. That is a nice book. Nice back. Very, very attractive copy. I don't want to be derivative and say it presents well. It's a good looking book. And I've said it before, even though we're not going to see Chadwick Boseman in the MCU anymore, he's passed away. He initiated the role of Black Panther, and Marvel does not have any current intentions of recasting the character. I think that I've said before, this character will continue to resonate because for so many kids, what got them into superheroes was Black Panther, and that's going to stay with them forever. So I think this is always going to be a Grail of a book. I don't think it's still going to be Grail regardless of MCU or anything else. How long did it take to get back? So I gave these to Erod. When did we do that at your place, Anthony? It was October, the end of October, I believe. I gave them I gave Erod 10 books. The Spider-Man, no, and the 48 and the Hulk 181. So he finished cleaning and pressing them. I had given him the ASM books and the Daredevil book from the other day. I gave him all of those at the Clifton show in the end of February. And then he mailed the books out on March 3rd. So the books that I opened up on Tuesday were a walkthrough tier. These were, what is it, economy is the tier below that. I really have to make sure I know the names of all the tiers. So that was pretty cool. And, this came back quick, like just 2 days later. I guess because they were all in the walkthrough box and they all got opened at the same time. So there's still a handful of books. There are 8 more books that were mailed in at the same time. FF 49 and 50, Conan 1, Green Lantern 59, Special Marvel Edition 15, Avengers 47, high grade, Ultimate Fallout 4, and maybe one other book. So let's look at the cover price data here. So Amazing Spider-Man 2 in a 2.5. Go with the 90-day average sales. $21.97. Okay. Not that much different from the 2.0. It's really everything from like a 1.8 to a 3.5 is pretty similar. 3.5 moves up a little bit. And number 4 in a 3.5 is $15.84. So that's $37.81. Oh, I can't tell you how long I've had books. I have 60 books that I sent out to CGC through my LCS in June that are still at CCS, waiting to be cleaned and pressed since June. I think when they go through CCS and they finally get open and get on that queue, I think once they're cleaned and pressed, I think they get graded fairly quickly after that. And then this book is 7.5 is $29.78. It's a little undervalued, I think, because an 8 goes for $5,600. But
Yeah. All good books to have. That 7.5 is I appreciate the kind words, Phil. Thank you. So these will go off to the safe deposit box, and I don't think I'm gonna keep any of these long term. So I might look to be selling these soon, because there's no real movie spec to wait for. Even the Wakanda movies, the Black Panther 2, I don't think it's really going to spike 52. Yeah, it was late October. So, by the time Erod got around to cleaning and pressing it, I know he had gotten very backlogged. And he got hammered again at King Khan. So, but he's gotten some of my stuff out pretty quickly, including those 2 Spider-Mans. He did those with the batch that I had given him at your house. So I'm a little disappointed with the ASM 2. I was kind of prepared for it. No surprise with the ASM 4. And no, you can always catch the replay. That's the beauty of YouTube. It's and I'm very happy with the FF52. I think that was a nice book, and the collection I got, the guy he probably started collecting FF in the maybe early to mid 70s, like 73 to 75, and then he went back and bought back issues. Probably in the late 70s, bought back issues to put in his collection, because the collection stopped at the end of 1980, and he completed Fantastic Four all the way back to 44. Some nice symmetry there. So, so I think I do have one more book in transit back to my LCS. And it's an early Golden Age book, Superman number 6, low grade. Be happy with a 1. I might do that. But it's still doing comics. Your stuff will probably come back fairly quickly, because it'll probably be Express. All right. If it's high grade enough, or at least a couple of them will be, and the other stuff will be in the box. I don't know enough to know, like, the hack of, if you put stuff in a walkthrough box, if it gets opened and then put into the queue, whereas if you just put in a regular box and it sits for 3 months before they open it. We all know that CGC is backlogged. I'm not going to hammer them. It's just, we know that's the cost of doing business. So far with the 3 unboxings I've had, I haven't really been surprisingly disappointed with the grades. I've been almost within 1 grade differential of what I thought the books were going to be. I was a little more bullish on Hulk 181 and until Erod said, there's some staining on the back, so, having the knowledge to look at things a little more closely and have a more discerning eye is a helpful tool in looking at books and determining what you want to get graded and what you think the books are worth. You can't think the book is, a 9.2 when it's a 7.0. You have to be realistic. So, hopefully you get your 10 books back. I look forward to seeing those when you get them back. Yeah, we can do something on your channel or on my channel. That would be cool to, I know how excited you were when you got that ASM 129 back. These live unboxings are fun because, I'm not quite as effusive as Otto on 3 Men in the Basement, but I haven't gotten any 9.8s back in these 3 unboxings, and I didn't really anticipate that. That being said, I do have some books out that I anticipate getting 9.8s back on. When I get those books back is anybody's guess, but I've been able to do my own pressing and cleaning, which saves a lot of time. So I sent a 25 book modern batch out the other day with what I think will be a variety of grades. It's modern, so it might get fast tracked a little bit, if it's kind of randomly chosen to be in the hopper. And as it is, I got a lot more books out. So
I don't know if I'm keeping any of these for the PC necessarily. I just bought another collection, have that to go through. I've been pulling some of the nice books out of that. And that will probably be my Sunday video. And then I have to get back into researching the independent books from the 1990s. And once I do all the research in the 90s, then I'm just going to do 10 straight weeks of a yearly top 10 list for independent books from the 90s. And that should be fun because I know doing the DC Marvel lists, it's kind of helped me know what to look for. And I've kind of sought out some quirky books from that run that I just thought were fun to have. So I think that's going to be about it for tonight. I'd like to thank everyone for joining me. This is always a lot of fun. I haven't had dinner yet, so I'm going to go get something to eat, and I'm going to, brace myself to watch Morbius tomorrow. So until next time, thanks for coming, and I hope to everyone, this is Jim saying, enjoy your comics.